If it's not your powder, then it's your lotion. If it's not your lotion, then it's your clothes, then it's a new carpet, then it's a new couch, then it's a new... Something. You know, there's always something or to buy for your husband or for your children. Your children need new sneakers or they need a new notebook or whatever. So I decided the solution was to shop every day. Every day, even if it's just for 10 minutes or 20 minutes or an hour, that way you get it all done and there's never the Saturday frenzy.
Yeah. Now, if you miss a couple of days, you add those 10 minutes on to the other day?
Yes, you get a bonus extra 10 minutes per day. Yeah, so by Saturday, if you did miss, let's say, Thursday and Friday, you would get like a full hour. Free.
Have you thought about getting help for this?
Is Sheena booked? Is our FX Shrink booked today? It's going to be fun, Jillian. Good to have you with us.
Nice.
Good to have you with us, taking Lori's place while she's taking a few days off. Since we saw you last time...
Hurry up, I'm turning into a huge tramp in here.
How you doing, Bob? Since we saw you last time, our friends at Harper's Index tell us that the number of Grateful Dead concerts attended by Walter Cronkite, late of the CBS Evening News, holds steady at 2. And we happen to have one of the only known photos of Walter Cronkite at a Grateful Dead concert. Let's go to that. There you go. There's the tie-dye grandfather to the nation,
and
Walter
Cronkite. That's
the
way it is,
That's
baby.
the way it is indeed. Joining us now are road warriors all around the country. Actually, Phil Keoghan is probably the closest to us here in Manhattan. He is at a place for kids 6 months through 6 years, and I think the new co-host of the pet department is with him. He's at the Place Base in Manhattan. Phil?
Oh, Tom! Yes, what a wonderful place. I tell you, they did not have places like this when I was, I could thank goodness because I would have trashed the joint. Anyway, we're here at Place Base, which is on the corner of 92nd and Broadway, and I'm with Alan here, who is the man who came up with the whole concept. The reason he came up with this place, just have a look around. Z, show Tom what it looks like over there. This is a huge area for children between the ages of 6 months to 6 years to come and play, and Alan came up with the whole concept when he couldn't find a place for his own one-year-old to come and play. So when we come back today, we're going to show you what makes this place. Whoa, there's a ducking parrot. We're going to show you what makes this place so special and why children love coming
Sounds good, Phil. And of course, this is a place based for people in their 20s and 30s, right here at 212 Fifth. John Davis, JD's been in Florida all week. Today he's in Fort Lauderdale on the, what do they call it, the River of Grass or the Sea of Grass, the Everglades in Fort Lauderdale, right, John?
That's right, River of Grass, Everglades, forever grass. We're out here at the Sawgrass Recreational Park, and Tom, the Everglades cover 4,000 square miles. And although alligators aren't on the endangered species list, they are protected. But there's still 1.5 million alligators in the state of Florida. And today, we're going alligator hunting, Tom. We're going to hop on an airboat. We're going to take an airboat ride through the Everglades. And then we are going to get Captain Danny here to spot some gators for us. We're going to find some, right, Danny?
Yeah.
Good Lord willing, we will. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. We're going to find some gators, Tom.
Yeah. All right.
You know, we could have combined this with our water skiing segment earlier in the week.
That's true. I've got
a trolling for him.
A gator starter kit here in the apartment. Now, Suzanne Wong, scheduled to be with us in Portland, Oregon, had a little touch of the stomach virus. And so Antony Beilinsohn, who is our on-the-road producer, has been promoted to official breakfast time road warrior. And look at that deer in the headlights quality he brings to the show. Anthony, we're going to check your infrared measurements. What's going on in Portland?
Well, I got to tell you something. This is definitely the strangest day of my life. Never expected this when I woke up. Let me explain to you, try to explain to you what we're going to do this morning. Over here we have a helicopter, and it's fitted with a very special device. It's an infrared device designed by Flir Systems, and what it does is it picks up the image of somebody's body in the dark, basically the heat, and turns it into pictures. And when we come back this morning, we're going to take this helicopter up in the air, and we're going to see how this is helping police fight crime when we recreate a little crime situation out here in Portland, Oregon.
Anthony,
all right, very nice.
Anthony, lose the accent. It's not working. Hey.
By the way, the infrared device is the way that John found me this morning, ultimately, as I tried to dodge him. Antony Beilinsohn, producer, road warrior du jour in Portland, Oregon. Right now, Jillian Hamilton in for Lori takes a look at some of today's top stories.
The defense in the O.J. Simpson trial delivers opening statements today, but whether or not they'll be seen on the air is up in the air. Judge Ito decides this morning if he'll pull the plug on televised coverage because the face of an alternate juror was caught on camera yesterday. President Clinton promised last night in his State of the Union address to work with Congress to earn the trust of the American people. But it may not be easy. Many Republicans sat through his speech in silence. Some booed, and others even walked out. It appears Americans had a different take on Clinton's speech. A CNN USA Today poll taken during the address shows 83% think Clinton's leading the country in the right direction. 15% say the U.S. is headed in the wrong direction. Some of Japan's homeless earthquake victims got a moral booster today, their first bath since the earthquake struck last week. The public baths were set up by relief troops. And a paperweight that reportedly belonged to Oscar Schindler has been sold at auction for more than $43,000. That's the headlines. What you got going on, Tom?
Well, I'm shooting John now. It seems only fair. Our visiting family from Franklin, Massachusetts has come armed with their own video cams, so they're getting a behind-the-scenes view of the show. We're going to introduce them to you and some of their special guests as well in a moment. But first, introduce us to some weather, Jim.
Well, I got some old news, I guess, is rain in California and the West Coast and snow in the mountain areas of I'm just drawing a little bit of snow in here. Got a little belt of snow around here, maybe some scattered snows in northern New England. We have no yellow spiky balls, which does not mean that the sun won't shine. It just means I don't have any yellow spiky balls. Now let's look at those high temperatures. As you can see, things are cooling down pretty much everywhere. We got none of that yellow stuff. Remember yellow? Remember how we had yellow? We don't have that anymore.
Yes, yes. Get on with it.
Now
yes.
let's look at let's look at Henri and Luigi. And Henri in the East here doesn't like Bob's kind of comments. But as you can see, Luigi has him surrounded. So go figure. But that's the weather.
Jim, I might mention to you, if the weathers are spiky, yellow, ballless in the future, Antony Beilinsohn will be doing the weather for Jim coming up. Let's welcome our family, Jillian. We have the Warren family from Franklin, Massachusetts, my old stomping grounds. Patricia Warren wrote to us, "Dear Tom, this is the best show on TV." Hence, you're getting a free breakfast for saying that. I never thought it was possible to laugh between 7 and 9 a.m. I cannot move off my couch unless it's to get more coffee, which is the only real reason to ever move off your couch.
Yeah, well, there's another reason, but
yeah, if you've had too much coffee. Now, Patricia is a justice of the peace in Franklin, Jillian, and also a Reiki master. You know, what is that?
Reiki. It's a form of therapeutic practice.
Oh, I thought it was yard work.
No, you Reiki the lawn. And it's therapeutic touch. And Anthony, your husband, is celebrating his 44th birthday today. Happy birthday, Anthony. And we have, and this microphone is celebrating its disposal today. And we also have with you your daughter, Lydia. You're 11 years old, one of our biggest fans. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you've brought special guests. Tell us about, as Jillian greets them.
These are two of my students from Russia. There's Seroja from Moscow.
How are you?
And Volodya from Moscow. And this is their first trip to the United States. They've been here a week.
Volodya, tell us what you think of the show so far. Volodya over here.
I like it very much.
Yes.
I like it very much.
Yeah, and who's the most fascinating person on the show?
Что тебе больше всего нравится? Больше всего восхищает. Больше всего восхищает ведущая. Они очень великолепные передачи.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I used to speak a little bit of Russian myself, so when I saw them this morning, I said, "Здравствуйте," and I think that means hello in Russian, and it's one of the only things that I remember.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I can order a beer in Spanish. I can order a beer in several languages, actually. Well, welcome. We're going to have you do a little healing touch on any segments that need it. I know you've brought things from your homeland that you're going to share with us. Now, Jim, how do people join us from whatever countries they see us in?
They should write to us at Breakfast Time, P.O. Box 824, Madison Square Station, New York, New York, 10159-0824, or call us at 212-802-4054, or fax us at 212-802-4208. Let us know when you're going to be in New York, and if we can arrange it, we'll bring you upstairs and sit you down at a table just like this one. Oh, that's not a table, that's Jillian.
Yes, that's me, Kresnaya Blutis. That's another one.
God bless you.
Yeah, what
red
she
square.
said.
That means red square.
Right.
In Moscow.
Is that a common greeting?
Can you throw to a break? Can we have somebody say we'll be right back in a moment?
Could you do that? We'll be right back in a moment in Russian?
In Russian? What?
To say we'll be right back in a moment.
Мы сейчас вернемся.
Sounds good.
Мы сейчас вернемся. We'll be right back.
And when declare war. And when we do, we'll visit an indoor playground that is of the children, by the children, and for the children.
No question about it. Batman's prime puzzle-posing purloiner is the Riddler.
Adios, amigos.
Nobody does bad like Bat Villains. Batman, only on.
Ah, very good. You're drinking Carnation Instant Breakfast. You know it has all 19 essential vitamins and minerals. Oh, and Carnation Instant Breakfast has no preservatives or artificial flavors.
The all-new Subaru Impreza. We didn't just load it with safety features like dual airbags and anti-lock brakes. We loaded it with fun. A spirited new 135 horsepower engine harnessed to the ultimate safety feature. Subaru all-wheel drive, transferring power automatically from the wheels that slip to the wheels that grip. To help your Subaru stick to the road, and you stick to having a good time.
Sara Lee's crumb coffee cake is so incredibly moist, so irresistible, there's never a crumb left behind.
Nobody doesn't like Sara Lee.
Hey, looks like the big guy's ready for Gerber graduates. The only complete line of nutritionally smart foods made just for toddlers. The longer you can help him grasp the lesson of eating healthy now, the better his chances are for eating smart when he really is a big guy. Gerber Graduate, for learning to eat smart right from the start. And for dinners high in protein and lower in sodium than other kids' dinners, try Gerber Graduate's microwavable dinners.
Whenever somebody asks me, what do you do? I always tell them, well, actually, I have this really great job. I get to travel across the country meeting all kinds of interesting people and see the things that they love to collect. Like last week, I'm in Salt Lake City visiting a guy who collects Gilligan's Island memorabilia. And this week, I'm in San Diego talking to a guy that collects surfboards. Now, next week, who knows what I'll uncover. Hey, just think of me as the curator of America's Museum of Collectibles.
John Burke from Personal FX, on the road every day.
Hi, I'm Chase, and I'm somewhere finding out why everybody's talking about FX.
It's an interesting channel. It has a variety of things.
A lot of old stuff and a lot of new stuff.
Varied programs, wonderful people.
Batman, Green Hornet.
Back chat.
Back chat, yes.
Back chat.
I like the one where the man had the toys and the collectible lunch pail.
Have everything for everyone.
Keep flipping until you get to FX. There's a little thing right in the corner that says FX.
I would say watch it in color.
Oh, thanks. Gotta go back.
FX, it's out there.
It's 16 minutes past the hour. Welcome back to Breakfast Time with Tom, Jillian sitting in for Lori, Bob the puppet, and me, Jim. I'm the announcer, and here's Jillian and Bob.
Thanks, Jim. It's cold out. It's cold all over the country. It's wintertime, and your kids want to go outside and play, but they can't. Well, Phil Keoghan is finding out a solution today for kids 6 months to 6 years. It's called the Play Space, and it's an indoor playground for kids, and it's a great means of recreation when it's cold out and the kids have to stay inside. Isn't that right, Phil?
That is absolutely right. I tell you what, I don't know about you, but I never had a place like this to play in when I was a kid. And this morning, since we've been here, all the crew members and even myself, we've all turned into a bunch of
You're
kids.
trying to tell us you've never been in a place that had bars in it, Phil?
Yes, I have with that, but not one where they used, where they let you out. This place, they will let me out. Now, this is a place, like you said, Jillian, specifically for 6-month-olds to 6-year-olds, and that's it's very, very difficult for parents to find a place for their children of that age to play. So, some years ago, Alan McCullough, who had a 1-year-old, was trying to find a place for his child, and he thought he was an actor, and he thought, I've got a bit of free time, maybe I'll just design a dream play center for children of that age. Now, you had Alan, this is Alan, by the way, Jillian, and you had a child who was 1 year old, and this is how you just dreamed up this place?
I had nowhere to go. The playgrounds didn't serve our needs, so I thought, there's got to be a better way. So after about 2 years, this is what we came up with.
Besides, you get to play here anytime you want, right? Right. And you can see, Jillian, this place is a very stimulating place. There is a stage. It's not designed for big guys like us, but hey, we can still have a lot of fun. And what do you think it is, Alan, about the children that about this place that the children really love?
It's total freedom. They can make all the choices they want to make. They can play what they want to play. There's no structure. They don't have to do anything at any particular time. They can decide what it is they want to do.
One of the things that's very noticeable, Jillian, is everything is geared towards the children. All the toys are soft and so on. There's a slide right here. Do you remember when you were young, Jillian? The great thing about slides
like yesterday.
was... Like yesterday?
Me too.
I used to love slides. The worst thing about slides was when children used to pee on the slides, and that would ruin it for everyone. This slide
That must
especially...
happen in New Zealand, I guess. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. You try to tell me, Bob, you never peed on a slide. I bet you did. Anyway, it used to ruin it for the rest of the kids, but this slide is specifically designed to avoid that problem. No,
So
seriously.
earthy.
Oh, we've got to get the hard hats on. We're going into the we're going into the sandbox now. We call it a sand pit in New Zealand, but we're going into the sandbox.
What he's afraid of now.
You need a hard hat for the sand pit?
Well, yeah, it's advisable for big guys like us because we're so much bigger. This is 5,000 pounds of beautiful sand, and this is pretty unique, Alan, to have a sand pit like this.
This is the only one I've ever seen on a second floor in a building in Manhattan. But it's all washed, sterilized play sand. I think sand is the greatest play material there is. And most city playgrounds in New York no longer have sand, so I thought it was very important that we include it. We also happen to have this wall, so we took advantage of it and built a climbing piece here that some older kids really take advantage of. We've had a 10-year-old...
Yeah, like you, right?
Like me. We've had one 10-year-old get all the way to the top, but I'm no longer 10, so I won't do it for you.
Let's get a quick comment here from Sandra Jillian, because she brings her child here. Okay. What do you think is special about this place?
What's special about it is that we don't have to say no, and I don't feel like an ogre. Ooh, but I do feel like a construction worker right now. And she just has a great time, and I feel like a great parent because she can touch anything she wants.
Thanks very much, Sandra. This is a wonderful place that was conceived by Alan. When we come back, we're going to be speaking to the designer of this wonderful place.
Okay, wait, Phil, can you do me a favor? Can you step up real close to the camera? Come on, step up real close, real close. Okay, just like that. Don't move. There we go. There you go. Get you into place. Just give me a little brush up, Phil, because that hair.
Yeah, you
that
need
hair.
a blowtorch.
Hello. Need a blowtorch for that. Work it. See you in the next hour. Phil, Tom, you've got something pretty cool going on, don't you?
Yeah, we do. Actually, I'm just still reeling from all the slide etiquette we learned on the show. Lydia Warren, who's the 11-year-old daughter of Patricia and birthday boy Anthony, is here with me in the game room. Now, this, of course, is our big old TV here, right, Lydia? And we watch big old TV shows. I understand breakfast time is your favorite. Yeah. I'll keep coming back to that point throughout the 2 hours. What are some other favorite things you do, you watch on TV?
The Simpsons.
The Simpsons. That's a Fox show. Come on with me. Yeah. What else? But you pretty much just watch shows on television, right? Well, Lydia, guess what? The future is here, because you don't just watch TV shows on TV anymore. We're going to meet a guy by the name of Blaze Heltai. All right, he's right in here, and he's going to show us how televisions, and you can have a seat. This is the official Lydia seat right here. Lydia, welcome. And Blaze, welcome. Good to see you, too.
Thanks, Tom. How you doing?
And television is now an interactive medium, or soon will be for more and more people, right?
Yeah, it sure will be.
Yeah. This is, I would venture to say what you're about to show us, because I got a bit of a preview, is going to threaten the makers of computers. I know you don't like the comparison, but this is fascinating stuff.
Let me show it to you, and let's see.
Okay. All right.
TV Information Center.
Right. This is from AT&T?
This is from AT&T,
okay.
AT&T TV Information Center.
This is all those commercials where you see, imagine you can do such and such. Well,
now you can.
Now you can.
That's
Whitney Houston,
So this is what you'd expect to happen if you plug a phone line into a TV.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what happens. You plug in the TV, you plug in the cable, and the first screen you get here is the list of messages.
All right, so you've come home after work or school or whatever, and there's a list. It's like an answering machine, but it's all clear. Can you play one?
Sure, I'll play one. Well, the first one I see is from my insurance agent, so forget that one.
Yeah.
Let's play number 4 there.
Appointment with Dr. Jones at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Thank you.
You want to play that again? See, I can watch it and I can rewind
Just a reminder that you have an appointment with Dr. Jones at 2 o'clock. Dr. Jones at 2 o'clock.
Dr. Jones.
Just in case you're not sure it's Dr. Jones. But there are other kinds of messages too. So that gives you a way to see who called, how long the message is.
So you've done
see
that.
those little envelopes there.
Oh, you
so
got
those
envelopes.
are different,
Yeah.
right? That's
What's
a different kind of message. So the idea here is
what's in the envelope?
Well, we're going to see in a minute.
Okay.
We're going to open up the envelope.
Oh, good.
All right? So the idea is that there are lots of different kind of messages in your life, right?
Yes,
I mean, there are messages from Aunt Mabel on your
I don't
answering
have
machine.
that.
You don't have it. This is another kind of message. I subscribe to a service.
Let's go to weather, because Jim has no spiky yellow balls today.
But we'll see if we have
All right.
spiky. But this is my personalized information.
Cool.
This is all the stuff I want to know. So if I want to know more about weather, I hit number 2, and there are
There
some
you go,
spiky
Jim.
yellow balls.
Wow, there are.
Yeah, I think this is the weather in Las Vegas.
Yeah, and let's go to headlines. Let's see what's happening over there. Lucy, you might want to check this out against what you're typing over there.
That's right.
All right.
It's probably a little old news.
All right, yeah. Well, it's headlines from the 5th of January. It's more like a history lesson, but that's all right. So these are things...
Well, that's why this is television.
How widely available is this technology right now?
Well, we're going to come out with this product in the spring.
Yeah.
And it'll be available in phone center stores and other retailers. And you take it home, you plug it into the phone line, plug it into the TV, and that's it.
I got to tell you, because as regular viewers know, a number of us are subscribers to several online services that kind of mirror this, but the ease is very... Yeah, that's right, yeah. Because now, a statistic I found fascinating, only 30% of personal computer owners have modems. But just about everybody's got a TV and a phone, and bingo, right?
And bingo.
All right, Blaze,
a
pleasure. Blaze Helkai, who is here from AT&T Interactive TV. It's right around the corner. You ready for this? Okay, good. All right, Jillian?
Yeah, that's pretty interesting to think about, you know, how TV and telephone is really evolving, don't you guys think?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, something to ponder out, like Bob Keeshan is going to be pondering and making us reflect with the thought of the day.
Theo Jackson put it pretty well when he said, great ideas need landing gear as well as wings.
Yeah, okay.
Something to think about as we go to Jim, who's going to tell us what we've got coming up.
That's right.
On More Breakfast Time.
And you need both landing gear and wings for your frequent flyer programs. And traffic guru Everett Potter tells you how to take advantage.
TV with you in mind. That's what you get when you watch FX. And now, if you watch FX really closely, you'll get your chance to win a family vacation. We call it the FX Vacation with you in mind. Just watch FX and away you go on the Big Red Boat. Starting next week, keep an eye on FX for the Big Red Boat because 5 times every day it'll be dropping anchor behind one of the FX hosts somewhere in the FX apartment. Spot it once and you could win an incredible vacation package. Write the date in the FX show where you saw the Big Red Boat on a postcard with your name, address, and phone number and send it to FX Vacation with you in mind. P.O. Box 208, Medford, New York, 11763. 3 lucky FX grand prize winners and their families will fly to the Big Red Boat and set sail on a 4-night cruise to the Bahamas. Then it's a 3-day stay at the Walt Disney World Resorts, including all tickets, a rental car, and $500. 10 runners-up will be relaxing at home in cool FX denim shirts. FX Vacation with you in mind. For your chance to win, just keep watching FX. Brought to you by the Big Red Boat and FX. TV with you in mind.
When you want to